See, what people are failing to understand, what the people in high positions and high places are failing to understand, what many politicians are failing to understand, what many people who probably stay in the general population, the average Joe Schmo, is failing to understand that a large portion of Americans want blood. A large portion of Americans want blood, desire blood, want bloodshed. Listen, we've went over this, plenty of times on my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to the After Pill. We tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God, right? But what many are failing to understand that a lot of Americans want blood. Listen, when you hike the prices of food, when you hike the prices of housing, when you hike the prices of goods and services, when a place that was once marketed as the land of the free, home of the brave, and the land of opportunity, when it was marketed this way for so long, and some people still believe in American dream, but the American dream is so far out of reach for most Americans. Hell, even the ones who are coming over here, it is out of reach for most immigrants, right? Everything is out of reach. So you can't blame this sick mindset that is plaguing America. And you're probably wondering, what am I referring to? What is he talking about? Well, we've seen, all of us have seen the assassination of the CEO of the insurance company, right? We've seen people mimic the look of the alleged killer. We've seen people want to try to dress up. We've seen people dress up as the alleged killer. It when it first happened, it was a trend on social media of people acting and pretending like they were the shooter. And even now you have people, some people who are getting arrested right now, who are writing emails, who are writing letters to health officials or health insurance representatives, whatever their position is, but writing letters, writing death threats, right? Writing threats to these people, right? And the people who are writing it, you know, family members have been denied critical coverage. Family members may have passed away because insurance refused to cover what they needed to save their life. Listen, I'm not saying wrong is right, but to some extent, we have to understand the pessimism. Hold on, I botched that word. The pessimism of most Americans, right? We have to understand the pessimism of most Americans. Most Americans don't believe that they can achieve to the highest level. Most Americans believe that they will never be able to afford a home. Most Americans believe that they will never be able to afford a family and actually do the things that they care about, do the things that they love, right? And the men in America are extremely pessimistic, right? The men in America have literally lost all hope, right? The men in America have been literally boxed out of society, right? I was just reading a survey the other day, or article, should I say, of them going over the labor statistics. And I believe it's either one in four or one in five, something like that. 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 of men between the ages of I believe it was 18 to 50 or 18 working age men. Let's just put it like that. Working age men, 1 in 4 men are not in the workforce. More than ever in history. This is the largest discrepancy that American society has ever seen in men not being in the workforce. Why are they boxing themselves out of the workforce? Why aren't men working? Why aren't men coming to work? What the hell are they going to be working for? What the hell are they going to work for? There's nothing for them to work towards, right? The women in America have absolutely lost their mind. You're more than likely to get a divorce in America, which the courts are going to side with the woman. She's going to take your kids. She's going to take the house. She's going to take any other assets that you have in your name, right? She's going to absolutely destroy you. And before we even get to that point of you even owning a home or owning any assets, hell, barely even owning a car, health insurance it take damn near a quarter of your check, depending on your position, right? If you got a family, listen, the majority of your check is probably going towards health insurance. Some individuals right now, a lot of individuals in America right now, don't even have health insurance because they need their whole check. It will eat up a portion of most people's check just paying health insurance, just trying to get basic coverage, right? So we can't blame people for being upset, for being pessimistic, for being bloodthirsty towards the people who are making their lives a living hell. You have people at the top who are literally price gouging, right? You have people at the top who are literally laying off people when they're making record profits, right? It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here because I'm cooking. Let me turn the air on a little bit. But you have companies making record profits while at the same time laying off people. And this has definitely been a major problem, major issue, especially when a pandemic hit, because employers found out that they can make the same or more money with a smaller workforce. Yeah, everybody who wasn't coming to work, everybody who, was out sick, whether legit or not, because it was a lot of people who just, hey, C-19 is out here running rampant. I don't think I can make it in. And employers, they had to still operate without, 100% employees. Yeah, they found out that they can operate and make the same money, if not more money, without that same workforce. So now what they're doing, they're laying off people. They're laying off people. They don't care about humanity. They don't care that you have to feed your family. They don't care that you could be on the brink of homelessness. They don't care that you done missed a few credit card payments. They don't care about any of that. They don't care how much the price of eggs are. They don't care how much the maintenance on a car is. They don't care that you need to get to work. They don't care that you need to put gas in your tank. They don't fucking care. Don't make me start singing in here. They don't care. So then people are wondering, well, why are people celebrating the murder of this CEO? Why are people celebrating the murder of this person? Why are people out here mimicking the murderer? Why aren't people out here grieving right? Why aren't people out here speaking up about the murder of this CEO? Well, if you've been following the after pill, right? I've already told y'all America is sick. I already told y'all America is demonic. I already told y'all that there ain't no God in America. There ain't no God in America. I've already told y'all a lot of people in America seems like they're possessed. I already told y'all that a lot of people in America seem like they possessed by demonic entities. I already told y'all this. So since I've already told y'all, if y'all been watching the after pill, you shouldn't be surprised at certain events. You shouldn't be surprised because you already know about the sickness now. You already know that Americans are sick. And it's not all on the Americans, right? You have people in power who are purposely making Americans sick. Americans are sick mentally. Americans are sick emotionally. Americans are sick spiritually, right? There was a school shooting not too long ago. I think it was around 2 days ago at the date of this video. And today's date is, what's today's date? What is today's date? Today is December 19th. So I believe the shooting happened a few days ago at a Christian private school, if I'm not mistaken. And listen, school shootings happen so much, so often, that when it pops up on my feed, I don't even read the story. And I'm not by no means saying that I'm exempt from certain American sicknesses. I'm not saying I'm exempt because that's one example of me even just like I'm immune to it now. I'm numb to it now. Right? It's just certain things that you see that is almost like it'll never change. Another school shooting. What number are we on at this point? What kid is this at this point? What kid is this at this point? Right? What number kid is this at this point? Is this the land of the free, home of the brave, where kids go to school to get gunned down? I'm lost for words. I'm confused. I'm lost. How's this happening in America? How is this happening in America? I when I see it on my screen, I'm numb to it. Oh, here we go. Another. It's just like seeing another carjacking. Oh, somebody else died in the news. Or somebody else got shot. Somebody else fell off a roof. Another car accident. That's how we treat school shootings now. That's how we treat it. And what's going to happen? Nothing. Nothing. And listen, I'm not a big proponent of guns getting taken away or anything like that. Listen, I got guns, right? I got guns. So I'm not a proponent of take everybody guns away, but at the same time, the Constitution was written for a certain time period. And I don't know if they predicted social media playing a part into people's psychology. I don't think they predicted AI. I don't think they predicted technology speeding up to the point where our minds are not even keeping up. I don't think they predicted everything that's going on right now. I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. I don't know. I don't know. However, I think something needs to be done. Something needs to be done. We can't keep saying, well, how did that person get that gun? Well, they shouldn't have had that gun in the first place. Or that person was a felon. They shouldn't have had a gun in the first place. A felon, a criminal, they're gonna get their hands on a gun regardless. So it doesn't matter. If a person wanna shoot somebody, then they're just gonna shoot somebody regardless. Yeah, you got a point, but then again, okay. Still nothing. Still no conclusion. Still no solution. Right? Listen, something has to be done. Because we're going to keep seeing bloodshed. We're going to keep seeing the same thing over and over again. America is on a demonic loop. And many people are numb to the violence. Many people are numb to the pain. Many people are numb to the demonic activities. Many people are numb to the bullshit. Right? To the point where we can sit back and praise the death of a CEO who also had a family, who also probably had a wife, right? Who also had people that loved and adored him, right? But at the same time, you can't even demonize the people who are celebrating and mimicking, because look what these people do to the people at the bottom. Look how the bottom people are treated. Look how the people who are barely scraping by are treated. Look how the everyday Joe Smo is treated, right? They treat it like dirt. They treat it like they don't matter. They treat it like just another number, right? The everyday Joe Smo or Joe Jane, whatever, they're treated like they don't exist. And these people are doing anything by any means necessary to continue to make profits, to continue to get these big old checks, right? To continue to please the shareholders, right? There's no humanity in America. And it may never ever be humanity in America. Not at this point. I believe we're too far gone. I believe we're too far gone. There's not a lot of good people here in this land. There's not. Most people in today's time are disgusting in the inside. Many people in today's time have no God in them. A lot of people in this land will step on the next man, right? So we're all mimicking each other. We're all mimicking the demonic behavior. We're all mimicking the stepping on the neck of our fellow man. We're all mimicking it because most people wouldn't help their fellow man. I said most, not all. Most people will sit back and let their fellow man bleed out. Most people won't speak up for their fellow man because they are afraid of being looked at as different. They're afraid of standing out, right? Most people wouldn't dare because most people are cowards. Most people will rather go along with the sheep. Most people will rather walk with the sheep because the majority are sheep. The majority of sheep. Why stand out if they're just going to throw stones at me? Why stand out and be different? Why speak up for what's right? Right? Why not? Why stand? Why stand and knock down what's wrong? Because you become a target, right? You become a target. And people can sense when you're different. People can sense when you're not going along with the matrix programming. People can sense it. And I tell you guys these stories as well. Right? I tell you guys these stories as well. See, there is only a certain minority who stand up for what's right. There's only a certain minority who's out here speaking the truth, like the after pill. Right? There's only a certain minority who's going to stand on all 10 no matter what it costs. There's only a certain minority that calls out bullshit all around. I don't care who it is. I don't care what you look like. The after pill is going to call it out because that's what the after pill is. It's all about truth. It's a truth pill, right? It's a black pill, right? It's a mix of pills. But all together, it's the truth. It is the after pill, which a lot of people can't handle because a lot of people don't want to hear the truth, right? Just like a lot of people don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear what it really is. They don't want to hear what's really going on, right? Because then I'm holding up a mirror. I'm holding up a mirror to people. Because the after pill is going to check your internal. It's going to check your internal. That's what it's going to do. And most people are not ready or even desire to check themselves internally. It's easy to hate, right? It's easy to hate. It's easy to just get caught up in the hatred. It's easy to get caught up in the demonic attitudes and the demonic entities of this land. It's easy. But like I said, people rather do what's easy instead of what's hard. It's hard standing out. It's hard standing on all 10. Right? Americans want blood, man. And I believe if we're not already there, which I think we are, Americans are going to start targeting high individuals. And you don't even have to be a CEO. I believe if you're doing any kind of good for yourself, if you're doing anything remotely better than somebody else, you're a target. You are a target. So that means social media individuals, that means CEOs, that means business owners, that means anybody who appears to be doing well for themselves. You are now a target because the truth is the majority of people in America are not doing well for themselves. Right? A lot of people are not doing well for themselves. So instead of doing what it takes, they want to take from others. Even if that means their life. Because in this depressing life of ours, this depressing life of many, right? Taking somebody's life who you thought made yours a living hell, who you may suspect made yours a living hell, who you may suspect got their wealth or got their riches unrighteously, you'd rather see them fall because at least you get a little bit of joy out of this life from seeing somebody fall flat on their face. Welcome to America. And that's an after pill. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.